Hi everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Sunday, and that means it's Dragon's Day. And this week's episode of Race to the Edge was Last Auction Heroes. Having learned of where Riker's and Viggo's next dragon auction will be held, Hiccup convinces Stoic to let him use Burke's gold to enter into the auction to rescue the dragons. However, the plan revolves around someone that Viggo doesn't know being the front man for the auction. So, Snotlout and Gobber go in undercover in the hopes of not only finding the manifest of the auction, but distracting Viggo, Riker, and the other Vikings at the auction long enough for the others to find and rescue all the dragons. Okay, things I like about this episode. First off, well, basically, we see Grumpy for the first time in the timeline. Now, for those of you who have not seen How to Train Your Dragon 2 yet, Grumpy is Gobber's dragon. And granted, How to Train Your Dragon 2 is actually the first time we see Grumpy. This is the first time in the order of the timeline that he actually comes into play in the show. We actually see how Gobber acquired Grumpy and the two became friends. Now, we don't know what kind of dragon Grumpy is up to this point. It's not mentioned in the movie. It's not really mentioned in this episode either. But hopefully in some episode down the line, it will be revealed what kind of dragon he is. His build kind of reminds me of an elongated Gronkle. So I'm guessing he's some kind of cousin to the Gronkle. He's got the very barrel-shaped body. It's just his nose is more longer. He eats rocks, and he's got kind of the wrecking ball-like tail. So I think he's within the same family group as a Gronkle, maybe like a cousin to the Gronkle or something, but I don't know. They have yet to reveal that. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. There really wasn't a lot I didn't like about this episode. In the overall importance of the episode, it doesn't really contribute much. I mean, they do go up against Riker. They do make a good dent in his, excuse me. Excuse me again. His profit when they break up the auction. But all in all, excuse me for a third time. All in all, it doesn't really contribute much to that. We really just, it serves as an introduction point for Grumpy in the series, basically, is what it does. Not that that's a bad thing, because we had that introduction point for Skull Crusher as well, a couple of seasons ago, or a season ago. So, like I said, this series, aside from having them go up against the Dragon Hunters and whatnot, it's also building to the events of How to Train Your Dragon 2. We're seeing dragons and people who were in How to Train Your Dragon 2 that we're seeing where they came from. I do not think we're going to see Eric, son of Eric, in this series at all, because he is introduced in the TV show, and they do give him kind of show how he came in and whatnot in the movie. But like Skull Crusher and Grumpy are introduced. We see where Hiccup's flying suit came in, where he came up with that, and we see him testing it. We see him testing his fire sword that he used in the movie as well. So we're seeing a lot of build up to the movie, and we may see characters that later contribute to events of the movie, characters that come in later in the movie that if we've seen the movie, we're like, oh, I know who that is, but it's not revealed in the TV series. Or if we watch this all the way through and then go to the movie, it's like, oh, I remember that person from this episode of Dragon. So it's really building to it. And again, this one built on that. It was more of, it showed where Grumpy came from. So that in and of itself, it didn't give me really anything to nitpick. I know this is supposed to be the things I didn't like slide, but again, there was nothing I didn't like about it because it is a build-on episode. It is showing where a certain character in the movie came from. So I have absolutely no problem with it. Okay, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. And please like and share this video if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already if you're watching on YouTube. And feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note, all pictures seen within this video belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. And I will have the link for those 5 sites in the description section as well. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my related Dragons videos. Or DreamWorks Dragons videos, I should say. My other TV Talk videos on DreamWorks Dragons. My other TV Talk videos. And my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, and this is for my YouTube subscribers, please note that any of my backlogged videos that cannot be found on YouTube are on my Facebook page. I will have the link in the description section. And this one is for my Facebook friends. Any backlog videos that are not on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. The link will be in the description section. I will be posting the link for said videos onto Facebook, but if you are having any problems viewing them, please let me know and you can either check them out. I will either try to fix it, although that might be something I am unable to do, or you can just simply go to my YouTube channel and watch them there. Okay, lastly, Game of Thrones will be put on hold relatively soon, and I would just like to know what TV show you would like me to do next for Monday's TV Talk series. Your choices are Fruits Basket, Superman the Animated Series, Batman the Animated Series, and Gargoyles. Voting is extremely simple. All you have to do is write down which one of the 4 shows you would like me to do a review on, or of the listed 4 shows you would like me to do a review on in the comment section, and or like or love a positive comment on one of the 4 shows, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one I'll do a video on. Negative comments and dislikes do not count as votes, and Superman the Animated Series and Batman the Animated Series may be shortened to Superman and Batman. Voting will be until June 17th, but if this changes, I will give you a heads up. And you may vote as many times as you wish, but please keep in mind that in the event of a tie, I do have the final say. Right now it stands at 1 vote for Gargoyles, 0 votes for the other 3, but that can change at any time. You do have a little less than a month to go, so make sure to get your votes in and make your voices known. As always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.